Thanks for listening, and don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, and write a review. You can find Paranormal 60 on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Tonight, we're following a trail of mysteries that stretches from the halls of government to the depths of an ancient lake. A Minnesota UFO case resurfaces in newly released federal files. A legendary lake monster is caught on camera once again. And investigators at Skinwalker Ranch believe they may be closing in on a scientific breakthrough for some of the property's strangest phenomena. And in Argentina, unexplained footprints and handprints continue appearing inside a locked appliance store. And over in Thailand, a would-be thief discovers that magic may not be quite as effective as modern surveillance technology. I'm Dave Schrader. This is the Paranormal 60 News Disclosure Day, Ghost Tracks, and Lake Monsters edition. Good evening, darklings, and welcome to another edition of the Paranormal 60 News. Another edition, Dave. It feels like you haven't been on for like a month. Well, that's what this guy had to say when I brought him on to tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, you might recognize him as the paranormal detective. I know him as the author of How to Be a Paranormal Detective, and author of Paranormal Diaries of a Paranormalist, author of Messages from Mothman, Detecting Paranormal, and Roswell, the After Action Report. Greg Lawson, M.Ed. I don't know what that means. It's initials after his name. He's here with us, the paranormal detective. Good evening, Greg. Welcome to the program.
Hey, buddy. I sure am glad to be here.
Thanks for filling in for the Colonel, but you're not jaundiced enough. You're still very violet. You're turning violet.
Wow.
Yeah. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Thank you for your patience and
I'm good, man.
Taking off a couple of weeks. I appreciate that to let me deal with what I've been dealing with. So crazy. Let me address. I want to say something. So
here we go.
You know, I posted. There's been a lot going on. About a week ago or so, I took the whole week off just trying to get on top of things. I don't know if you know this, Greg, but I'm the owner of the Palmer House Hotel Restaurant and Pub in Sauk Center, Minnesota. And it's a haunted hotel that is open for business. You can come stay here, Greg. And our restaurant and pub open so you can eat and drink here as well. And you may not know this about me, but I've never worked in any of these industries before. And I bought all three. So things are a little hectic for me, Greg. I've been a little bonkers trying to figure my way through all of this. And there was so much cascading about a week ago. I just needed to focus, trying to get everything set up for summer. We got a lot of great events coming and a lot of cool things that are going to be taking place, including this one. Are you ready to step beyond the veil? June 11th through the 13th, something extraordinary is happening. Break on through a 3-day paranormal experience hosted by me, Dave Schrader, at the historic and haunted Palmer House Hotel in Sauk Center, Minnesota. I'm bringing together some of the most respected psychic mediums and paranormal minds for a weekend that explores the unexplained, featuring special guest psychic mediums Chris Fleming, Diet Renee, and Sarah Lemos. This immersive event goes far beyond lectures. Dive into fascinating classes, presentations, take part in hands-on experiments, experience powerful live gallery readings, and join real paranormal investigations. So whether you're searching for answers, curious about the unknown, or hoping to connect with something beyond this world, this weekend is designed to open doors you never knew existed. 3 days, incredible guests, paranormal exploration, and more fun than should legally be allowed. Space is limited, so reserve your spot now. Visit darknessevents.com for details and tickets. That's darknessevents.com. Come explore the unknown and break on through. And that takes place right here at the Palmer House this weekend. And although the hotel is completely booked up and there's no room at the inn, if you are local in the area, we do have the American Hotel right down the street. You can get a room there. But we do have a handful of tickets still available for this weekend's event. So if you want to come spend a weekend with the mediums for readings and learning some really fun stuff, tickets are on sale, darknessevents.com. I hope we'll see you. This doesn't happen often when I get these three people together under one roof. So I hope that you'll come on out and spend a little time with us. Greg, we got to get you out here. I know I've been talking about it. We're going to try to figure out when Marty is being released from his, military confinement. Wink, wink.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting how disclosure is getting closer and closer, and Marty just keeps pulling back.
Yeah.
Sure. Their agent of misinformation on our show is now being pulled out. I don't know what that means in the long run, but we hope he's safe. And Chachi, we love you, buddy. We're thinking of you. We hope to see you back here soon. I know business is hectic and crazy for you, but just know that the Darklings around the world miss you as well. Greg.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about this, but with this new glut of video and surveillance footage of UFOs that the government is disseminating, putting out there.
Oh,
there was one that took place right here in my backyard.
look at that thing.
Well, I mean, it's 2 hours, 2 hours and 20 minutes away. Words is hard. Taking place in Anoka, Minnesota, which is also the Halloween capital of Minnesota. But I'm hoping to steal that away from them very soon and make Sauk Center the true Hollywood capital of the world, because we're a spooky, cool little town. For decades, some of the most compelling UFO reports have come from pilots, military personnel, and law enforcement officers. And now a newly released FBI file has brought a Minnesota case into the spotlight. Now, according to documents recently released through the National Archives, at least 3 employees of the Anoka Police Department reported witnessing an unusual encounter with an object in the sky during the early morning hours of February 19th, 2025, Greg. So we're talking within the last year and a half. This isn't something from 1947. This isn't hazy, faded memories. This is a little over a year ago. And the sighting began shortly after 1:15 a.m. while officers were conducting an after-action briefing following a training exercise. What caught their attention wasn't just a distant light. Witnesses described a spherical object displaying rapidly shifting red, blue, green, and white lights. One officer compared the appearance to 6 illuminated hula hoops arranged like an atomic orbital diagram, while another described the colors as resembling a moving tie-dye pattern. The object reportedly remained visible for approximately 90 minutes, Greg. Officers moved to a different location in Anoka to get a better view and observed what they described as unusual movements, including a sudden position change and a slow drifting descent. One witness compared the motion to a leaf floating on a breeze. The case was ultimately documented and reviewed as part of the federal government's growing collection of unidentified anomalous. Go ahead, have a drink, Greg. Unidentified anomalous phenomena. Now, video footage and witness statements were preserved, but investigators reached no definitive conclusion regarding the identity of the object. The matter was later closed without further action. And that's what makes this story particularly interesting, especially here in Minnesota, because, again, this wasn't a decades-old report buried in a dusty filing cabinet. This happened just last year. It involved trained law enforcement personnel, lasted 90 minutes, generating video evidence, and it still sits in the official record as unexplained. So for believers, it's another intriguing piece of evidence. For skeptics, it's another reminder that even experienced observers can encounter something they can't immediately identify. Either way, somewhere over Anoka on a cold February morning, 3 police officers saw something that still does not have a name. Unless you want to call it unidentified aerial phenomena, because that is a name, Greg.
It is a name, Bill.
If you were a policeman and you and 2 or 3 other police officers witnessed strange light patterns in the sky, would you call it in?
Yeah, probably not, because we'd have to do like a urinalysis and then go talk to us.
Oh, so what are you hiding in your urine that you don't want to do a urinalysis?
Yeah, it's none of their business.
Oh,
yeah. If something like that happened around there's going to be multiple people calling in. And on something like that, we would definitely triangulate where this light is. So there's cops all around there. We're all on the radio. If it's in one spot, we'll be able to shoot a bearing or get an azimuth on a compass off of that, get everybody to do that, and then triangulate, and then go to the contact the airport and whoever has watch over that area as far as air radar, and see if they have something that's stationary. So that's the thing is, you always go to the simplest, most likely thing that's happening, right?
yeah, alien invasion.
Yeah. And so you would definitely want to call, the FBI.
Or Dave Schrader and Greg Lawson.
Or, Federal Trade Commission, because, they're going to mess everything up when they bring their asteroids of nickel and palladium.
These are simply the ramblings of a madman, folks, not Dave Schrader. So, do you hear the horns going off outside?
No.
Okay. Could be aliens. I'm not sure. But I do know it's time for something, Greg.
Oh.
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
Oh, yeah, folks. I've been excited about this. I know Greg has been excited about this. We cannot wait to talk about this movie. Ladies and gentlemen, opening up nationwide this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Disclosure Day is finally here.
Yep. I can see it.
I am much more inclined now than I was when I made Close Encounters to really believe that we're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe.
What did you steal?
Secrets. People have a right to know the truth.
This is a story about us, all of us,
Good morning, Kansas City.
up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened. I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't need to be. You have someone else.
Daniel Keller,
Who is this?
do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
The human race cannot accept what we know. We need to stop it any way we can.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This 79-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
How will disclosure change us? I believe for the better. It will remind us of our capacity for empathy, and that there is something bigger out there than just ourselves.
The only way to know your purpose is to go back to where it all began. I know you.
I know you do. What happened to us?
I used to say to myself, wouldn't it be wonderful if all of this turned out to be true? I'm now thinking, wouldn't it be wonderful for people to know
They're coming.
all of this is true?
Disclosure Day.
Holy cow. That's all I can say. This movie, Greg, Disclosure Day.
Holy elk cow.
Yeah. It comes out again officially this Friday. I wasn't sure what to make of it. And it's weird because I'm seeing some mixed reviews online. But I saw this movie the other day, and I reached out to our buddy Jay Stratton.
Yeah.
And I texted Jay, and I said, hey, Jay, guess what? I'm at the screening of this movie. And do you know what his answer to me was?
So?
He said, so am I. And then he showed me that he was there with Steven Spielberg and the entire cast.
Nice.
So a pretty amazing movie. People were crying in the audience. Some were visibly shaken. I was sitting next to an experiencer. She was deeply impacted by the movie. And I would look over to her from time to time and I'd say, are they getting it right? And she would just nod. It is beautifully done. It's so much I can't give away because I want people to just enjoy the movie for what it is, but be aware of everything in the movie. Notice what's taking place in the background. Notice what's happening on the news. Notice how people are reacting to the world around them. And you might find it surprisingly, I'd say even alarmingly close to the life that we're leading right now, Greg.
I just really like it the way it explores a fragile equilibrium that human society and the panic
Greg,
that ensues.
Are you reading off of IMDb again, Greg?
When proof of intelligent alien civilizations are real to the world.
Shame on you. This movie, Disclosure Day, out of 1 to 5 phantoms, I'm giving this a solid 4 3/4 phantoms.
Wow.
Not exactly perfect, but pretty damn close because of everything I've heard over 20 years. So many things align with what's in here. Now, Spielberg is claiming, as I'm sure you've heard, Greg, I don't know anything about, I'm just making a movie. It's all about entertainment. Nobody gave me any documents. Nobody gave me anything. I would not be surprised, and I know everybody's going to say I'm a tinfoil wearing knucklehead. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the footage in the movie is actual footage that just hasn't been released yet from the archives.
Well, you know, it's a narrative that focuses on uncovering that 79 years of campaign of lies.
Reading off IMDb. Have a conversation with me, Greg.
Well, it's okay. It's just, I think the campaign of covering up what happens is the truth belongs to the 8 billion people that live on the planet. We need the truth.
8 million billion. I didn't even know there was that many people on this planet. 8 million billion, you say?
A lot.
That's a lot of billions, and half of them are my children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think of it then, Greg? Since you seem to have such a grasp and a handle on the movie, what would you rate it?
Well, you know, I think that Emily Blunt did a great job in that, along with Josh O'Connor. He as Dr. Kleiner.
You are the worst. It is a great movie. I highly recommend it, folks. Walk, don't run. That sounds weird, but I just don't want you to trip. Go see this movie this weekend. I'd love to hear from you. And I've got some guests lined up coming up very soon. I want to tell you one. I want to tease it out because I'm so excited to have him joining me. But I always jinx myself when I do that. And then something will come up and he won't be available. But coming up, there's going to be some pretty big interviews and some interesting takes on what's going on. Go check it out for yourself. Don't just take Greg's reading of the IMDb page to encourage you.
Dave, I'm trying to do my job. You know, that's the thing is we've been off the air for like a month, and
it's been a week and a half.
I believe that our listeners deserve an explanation and
a more prepared reviewer. I'm just going to put that out there. That's what some people believe in. All right, Greg, you have a story to share, believe it or not. And look at you stepping in. You say you're filling in for the Colonel, but this story, if I were to lick it and taste it, this tastes like a Chachi story that you're bringing to me right now.
Well, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right. What have you got for us, Gregory?
Yeah. So let's go to the world of reality TV, because Snooki goes hunting ghosts. Reality TV star launches paranormal series, because That's what the people want.
Is it?
Okay. Nicole Snooki, I'm going to say it the proper way. La Valle. Because I took Spanish 1 3 times. La Valle.
You're ahead of Marty by about 3 times then.
Is stepping into a very different kind of reality show, one where the mysteries aren't scripted and the answers may be hiding in the dark, Dave. Yeah. The former Jersey Shore star has revealed that her next television project is an 8-episode paranormal investigation series called Snooki, the Paranormal Rookie. Yeah.
Great.
It's going to shoot straight to the top.
Is it?
Okay. This unscripted series follows Levaille. You can see how I did that because the 2 L's is a Y.
Ability to speak French is amazing.
Yeah. As she trades beach parties for reality TV drama and for haunted locations. I don't know what that just said. Unexplained phenomena and encounters with the unknown. The show pairs Snooki with veteran Canadian psychic medium Kevin Whitaker, who has spent more than 2 decades investigating reports of hauntings and paranormal activity. Over the course of the season, viewers will watch her transformation from a curious newcomer into a more confident paranormal investigator as the duo explores some of Canada's strangest and most unsettling cases.
Really?
Yeah. While some may be surprised by the career pivot, Snooki insists. Snooki? Am I saying it right?
Yes, Snooki. You got it.
Just say it. Snooki.
Like you dislocated your uvula, but yeah, you've got it.
Insists that it isn't a publicity stunt or temporary fascination. She's spoken openly for years about paranormal experiences with the unexplained. During a 2024 interview, Dave, a whole year ago, she discussed witnessing a UFO as a teenager, experiencing what she believes may have been an alien abduction, exploring astral projection, and sensing the presence of spirits since she was in childhood. Yeah.
You think that would have come up at some point during the 20 seasons of Jersey Shore?
Dave, can I just kind of go on with this?
Sorry.
It's a pretty good article.
Okay.
Fans may also remember her appearances with celebrity medium Tyler Henry, where she shares stories of paranormal experience and her long-standing interest in the supernatural.
Are you okay? Are you falling asleep during your own news story, Greg?
I don't know what just happened. I think everything's closing in on me. The series is expected to premiere in 2026, and for now, will air exclusively in Canada. Whether audiences tune in out of curiosity, skepticism, or genuine belief in paranormal, one thing is certain: Snooki is betting that the next big adventure.
What's her name?
Isn't Snooki. Snooki is betting that the next big adventure isn't at the Jersey Shore. It's on the other side of the veil. Seems right to me, Dave.
That's great delivery, buddy. I like that.
Thanks.
It seemed like you researched that for seconds before tonight's live show. Thank you. Let's jump. What? Should we? No, I think it's good. Should we continue on? Do you want to take a break, buddy? Are you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay. Well, let's jump into the water together.
I think we should.
America's Nessie, a new video revives mystery of Lake Champlain's legendary monster. For more than 2 centuries, Greg, stories have circulated about a massive creature lurking beneath the waters of Lake Champlain. Now, a newly surfaced video has reignited one of North America's most enduring cryptid mysteries. Filmmakers Richard Rossi and Kelly Tabor say they discovered something unusual while reviewing drone footage shot during production of their family film, Lucy and the Lake Monster. The footage, captured over New York's Lake Champlain, appears to show a large object moving beneath the water behind a small boat. The pair insist they didn't notice the anomaly while filming and only spotted it during post-production. Tabor describes seeing what looked like a long, narrow neck attached to a larger body moving beneath the surface. Now, Rossi says the object's apparent size is particularly intriguing because the footage provides a direct comparison to the boat in the frame, allowing viewers to estimate the scale of whatever it is that's creating the disturbance. Now, the creature at the center of the legend is known as, what's the nickname they've given the beast of Lake Champlain?
Lockie?
No, Champ.
Oh.
Yeah, Champ. Yeah. This very well could be one of the best pieces of footage now. Often called America's answer to Lockie, the Loch Ness Monster, reports of strange creatures in Lake Champlain date back to the early 1800s, with witnesses describing everything from enormous serpents to long-necked animals moving through the water. Sightings became so common that both New York and Vermont passed resolutions in the 1980s, back in the 1900s, Greg, offering legal protection of the legendary creature should it actually exist. The footage has already drawn attention from television producers and cryptid researchers. Supporters claim it may represent some of the strongest visual evidence yet for Champ's existence. Skeptics, however, do point out the unusual wakes, large fish, floating debris, that's debris to those of you that don't speak French, and optical illusions have explained many famous lake monster sightings in the past. Still, after more than 200 years of sightings, the mystery refuses to disappear. So whether it's an undiscovered species, a trick of the water, or perhaps, Greg, just perhaps simply another chapter in one of North America's greatest cryptid legends, something in Lake Champlain continues to capture the imagination of those who are brave enough to venture to her waters.
Bonsai Warrior said that Champ should be renamed Snooky. That's what he said.
I will disagree with him on that. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then we've got a super surprise coming up next. That's right here on your home for everything strange and supernatural. I'm Dave. That guy over there is Greg, and we'll be back with more Paranormal 60 news right after this.
Did you know that radio just got a little extraterrestrial? That's right, Dave Schrader is back on radio with the Paranormal 360 every Sunday evening, 7 to 9 p.m. Central on WCCO AM 830, an Odyssey station. Just download the Odyssey app and look for the WCCO logo, follow the station, and listen live. That's the Paranormal 360 on WCCO AM 830, an Odyssey station.
Welcome back to the program. Guess what, Greg?
What, buddy?
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a twofer. We've been gone a couple of weeks. I wanted to cram as much as we could into this week's program, guys.
I'm excited about this one.
Boy, do you want to start off on this one? Do you want to tell us?
No, I think we should keep it the way that we've been doing it.
Are you sure? I mean, if you'd like to just jump right in, Greg, and give me your thoughts on this next project that we're about to review. Or, I mean, I could just launch into it and show the trailer.
I think so.
Netflix is back at it from the good folks that brought you Stranger Things, Greg. They've got something new for you.
Oh, I saw this.
Like this. Yeah, check it out.
I saw it. You don't even need to.
Buddy, honestly, again, this one is great. So, Stranger Things, I kind of like the first season or two, and then I kind of got lost in the mix. The Burrows, maybe it just speaks to my old man heart, but Alfred Molina, Alfred Woodard, Bill Pullman, so many great actors.
Wally Baker.
Yeah, and it's this kind of almost kind of like a Stranger Things for adults. I don't know how else to address it. It is really cool. It's great to see these actors work together. Dee Wallace is in this movie, this little mini series. But I would give this so far. I'm almost completely through the series. I would say overall, I would give this series a solid 4.5 Phantoms out of 5.
I agree, Dave. I've watched the whole thing and I started over again to watch it because I really liked the artistic value that Dennis
The listeners
O'Hare
are
brought.
wondering if you could point your nose away from the camera, Pinocchio, while you lie like this.
Hey, Gina Davis is there.
Gina Davis is in the movie. That is correct. Look at you pretending like you know what's going on. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Seriously, buddy, I don't know how much time you have, and I'm guessing not a lot in the Lawson family home to watch these kind of
I
programs.
did watch it. I watched it, Dave.
Greg.
Ask me a question. Ask me a secret question.
Okay, Greg. What music is what interested me in coming to this series?
Bob Dylan.
Incorrect, Greg. Incorrect. It's featured in almost
Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, yeah, good. I'm glad you could finally remember one of your best friend's favorite musicians. Thanks, buddy.
Ask me a secret question. Ask me something.
Did.
That wasn't fair.
This movie.
I got it in two guesses.
Okay. What is your favorite aspect of Dee Wallace Stone's character? And was there an episode in particular that really kind of astounded you by what she was able to pull off on screen?
Yeah. I don't know her. I don't know, but I know she played Grace. She did play Grace.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you watched it, Greg. You're so
Why
confounded.
don't you ask me about the monster? Ask me about the monster.
No, because I don't want to give those secrets away. Greg. I don't know if you know how this show works. We don't just give it all up.
Oh.
And I know that's coming from a guy with 11 kids. You'd think I'm the kind of guy that gives it all up. But I like to keep a little piece of myself to me.
It's just nasty.
Yeah. All right, we're back. We've got more stories to share, and Greg gets to open up Pandora's box of strangeness next. But seriously, The Burrows, Netflix, go watch it, love it. If you've already watched it, tell me in the comments below. If you're watching this after it airs live, please let us know what your thoughts are on it, and come back here and tell me what your thoughts are on Disclosure Day when you get a chance to see that. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to turn the reins of control back over to the paranormal detective himself in a little segment I like to call
Paranormal Crime Watch with the paranormal detective Greg Lawson.
When do I go? Do I do it now?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Temple thief trusts magic over cameras and learns a costly lesson. See? You can just take that title and know exactly what happened here. A man in Bangkok believed a spell could make him what? Yes, invisible. Unfortunately for him, security cameras didn't get the message. Police in Thailand have arrested a 43-year-old, security guard accused of breaking into a famous Wat Pho temple.
What?
Yeah, Wat Pho temple.
I don't know. What is it for?
Yeah. He broke into the Wat Pho temple and was stealing cash from the donation boxes after allegedly reciting a concealment spell he had believed would prevent anyone from noticing him. According to investigators, the suspect climbed over the temple wall in the early morning hours of May 30th, wrapped a white cloth around his head and entered the temple.
He was Harry Potter? Does he think he's wearing his father's cloak of invisibility?
Yeah, it's exactly what he thought he was doing.
Interesting.
Yeah. 2 donation boxes were removed behind a pavilion and smashed open. The thief reportedly made off with a whole 2,000 baht. Dude, 2,000 baht, Dave.
Wow. What is that worth in American money? Do you know?
It's like $60.
Is it?
Yeah, whenever I would go drink in there, I would always convert my money and I'd get 1 million baht. And they would bring it to me on a big tray. It was amazing. Yeah.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that you'd been there and had spent so much baht.
Oh, I've lost a lot of baht in Thailand, that's for sure. But Dave, what makes this story stand out is what happened before the theft. During questioning, the suspect allegedly admitted he apologized to the temple's sacred spirits and chanted what he described as a concealment spell, believing it would prevent others from seeing him while he carried out the crime. The spell may have intended, been for human eyes, but apparently it had no effect on the closed circuit TV cameras. Investigators reviewed security footage, and it's showing the suspect entering the temple, moving the donation box, and damaging them. The video evidence led police directly to him just days later. He reportedly confessed after his arrest and told officers he needed the money to pay rent and living expenses. And we all understand that, right, Dave?
Anybody know about needing money for costs of stuff?
You got to do what you got to do, Dave. Any churches close to your hotel there?
No, I don't tip over churches and take from their.
They don't have walls or whatever it's called. Anyway, he now faces multiple charges, including nighttime theft, trespassing, criminal damage, and concealing his identity while committing an offense.
Wait a minute. There's something known as nighttime theft. Does it hold a higher regard for evil than daytime theft?
It does. Yeah. In Texas, we still have those laws. We don't enforce them, but yeah, we still have nighttime theft and nighttime criminal mischief.
Really?
Yeah. In the 1800s, nighttime criminal mischief had the death penalty. You could actually shoot somebody on sight.
Really?
If they were,
they love that in Texas anyway, don't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if they allow it, they encourage it. Yeah. But this is one of those stories that sits right at the intersection of belief, folklore, and modern technology, because while the suspect may have trusted ancient magic to hide him from the world, the digital age was watching the entire time. Yep. Seems right to me.
So
like that.
This cat honestly believed that he could do like a special incantation and become invisible to cameras.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Hillview Manor, which I absolutely love in Pennsylvania, they had a recent break-in and they caught video. These boneheads were walking around basically unmasked and looking right at cameras. And they are asking that if any of you, and go check out the Hillview Manor website, if you know any paranormal fans, go just check it out. And they would really like to know, because they would like to prosecute these people for the damage that they did inside Hillview Manor. Come on, people, come on. If you are truly a paranormal enthusiast, grow up. Come on. Don't be breaking into things.
Those are kids.
Thugs.
And
Thuggies.
Thugs, yeah. What we call ne'er-do-wells in Texas. Ne'er-do-wells.
Are those the kind you can shoot on site?
Just at night.
Oh, well, lucky they broke in at night. Do you have that weird law? Is this not even a law? I was always told that if somebody's coming in your window and you shoot them, you better make sure they fall inside the house, because if they fall outside the house, you're then up for murder.
So you're going to be up for murder anyway. It's going to have to go to a grand jury. They're going to write everything up and they're going to send it to the grand jury. What really matters here is your culpable mental state. Did you intend to kill them? Did you accidentally kill them? Did you do blah, blah, blah? And are you going to be able to articulate whether or not you were in a situation where you had to defend yourself? So they have to be, technically they need to be a threat to you, but you don't have to know what kind of threat. So if you're in your house,
let's say I'm a 5 foot tall woman that weighs 103 pounds.
What would that matter, Dave?
And
it doesn't matter. We're all
like
equal.
A tree trunk comes in through the window.
Yeah.
Do I want to wait till he fully gets in to feel if I'm really endangered?
Yeah.
Or should I just accidentally open fire repeatedly?
Well, no, I think under a circumstance like that, you can say, I told him to stop. I told him to get out, and he kept coming in. And I can defend myself, and I shot at him to stop him from assaulting me because I was afraid for my life.
We're taking a far jump to the left here, folks. I was just curious.
That's what I would do. But Dave,
yes,
that's the deal, is whether you can articulate that you were truly in fear of your life or somebody else's life. Yeah.
Can I share something that Chachi shared with me today?
I'm in fear of what you're going to share.
Yeah. Let me, I'm going to lead it off with this. Although it's not as fitting, I do miss,
I'm shining.
blind dog. And I feel like this story does tie in kind of with this.
The paranormal news crew knows they're gonna show you how science goes. So listen up and learn. They're probing Uranus. They're probing Uranus.
He's a master. That's true craftsmanship. That's not AI.
Did you
That's
say
true
craftsmanship?
Craftsmanship. Yeah.
Now, normally that song is, revered when we talk about Uranus up in the sky. Chachi has had some time to himself while doing all this travel, and you've heard about palmistry, where you can read the lines of people's palms. There's phrenology, where you can read the bumps on people's head. There's also like footology. I can't remember what it's called, but like there are certain elements of the foot that will tell you things about people's past, present,
Frauderism, I think is what it is.
Now they're saying that you can also read the pattern of the eyes and do that, but leave it to Chachi to find what might be the most disturbing thing yet. And he's offering to start doing these readings live at our events. It's called Anomancy, Anomancy. It's a treatise on the reading of the folds and wrinkles of the
here we go.
anus.
Oh yeah.
Who you wonder who looked at a clam or an oyster and thought, I'd eat that snot ball inside there. You look at certain things and you think, who thought I'll do that first? What genius was like, and he's like, hey, I think you have a big move coming. Maybe that's the wrong one to say, because a lot of big movements come from that area. But who decided they were going to look at the puckered lip of doom and try to find a way to understand the creases and folds?
Dave,
I do.
What I don't want to do, what I don't want to do is discourage people from paranormal experimentation and seeing what works, what doesn't work. And so
you fully believe people should sign up for an Anomancy reading with Chachi when he's here at the Palm.
They're technically thinking outside the box.
Oh, they're not near the box. They're close by, but they're not. In the box.
They're thinking outside the box, and it might work, it might not work. We don't know.
Yeah, I just, is it like tea leaves? Tea leaves fall a certain way in a cup, and that's what you read.
The skid marks.
Do you read after a wiping or before the wiping?
Oh, Dave, come on, man.
And if you're a left-handed wiper, do you have to adjust for that, as opposed to being a right-handed? I can't. Words is tough. Words are so tough.
Use your words. Enunciate.
I'm excited, buddy. We're going back to Vernal. We're going back to Vernal. We're going back to Vernal. Yeah, I think so.
It's going to be a good one this year, man.
Yeah, it's Phenomicon is going to be there, and a lot of amazing things. Tickets are on sale. They have 500 tickets right now available. She's released them. This will sell out fast. I think every time they release a batch of tickets, it sells out. The first 1,000 went like that. This is the last grouping, 500. Going to go like that. You could go check out my website, darknessevents.com. Scroll down, you'll see it. I'll be there. Greg will be there. We got a lot of other friends in the paranormal field. Shane and Cindy are going to be there. And I'm working on something exciting. We may be screening my documentary, The Outer Edge.
Oh, nice.
Which comes really at a bad time right after we talk about reading the folds of a butthole, The Outer Edge. Not at all involved with that. But we may be doing a live screening of The Outer Edge to the crowd. Up to 1,500 viewers will be able to participate and be a part of that. And but Shane and Cindy and I are going to be there. Dr. Maria Mayer is going to be there, and Dr. Maria Mayer and I are going back to Space Wolf Ranch to do another investigation with some lucky people that signed up for it. So we're looking forward to this. But I have a new story, Greg, and this is a pretty good one. This could be a big one.
Here we go.
A physicist says Skinwalker Ranch may be driven by strange electromagnetic forces. Now, for decades, Utah's Skinwalker Ranch has been linked to UFOs, glowing orbs, mysterious creatures, equipment failures, and reports of people becoming suddenly ill. Now, X-ray physicist and Skinwalker Ranch investigator Eric Bard believes at least part of the mystery may have a scientific explanation. Bard arrived at the ranch as a skeptic, but says that his perspective changed after experiencing strange cell phone malfunctions and disorientation while investigating near the property's famous mesa. Intrigued, he began conducting experiments and discovered he could recreate the phone glitches using powerful rare earth magnets. His theory is that unusually strong electromagnetic fields may be affecting both people and technology on the ranch. Such fields can interfere with phones, drones, GPS systems, batteries, while also causing symptoms like dizziness, nausea. Have a drink. Nausea. Yeah, good old nausea and balance problems, complaints frequently reported by visitors and investigators. So, of course, that doesn't explain every story coming out of Skinwalker Ranch, and it doesn't account for reported UFO sightings, strange lights, or decades of eyewitness accounts describing bizarre phenomena. What it does offer is a possible scientific framework for understanding some of the ranch's most persistent mysteries. So after years of speculation about things like portals, aliens, and interdimensional visitors, Bard believes the first clue may be something far less exotic, an invisible electromagnetic force that could be hiding in plain sight right there in Utah. Now, I think it's fascinating that he's talking about this. I don't think this is groundbreaking because I believe that they have covered that on the 18 seasons of Skinwalker Ranch that they've talked about high levels of electromagnetic fields. We do believe that in some instances of paranormal investigations, that it might be those high levels that are giving a template, an energetic template for energies to be seen. Whether you believe you're seeing a true ghost, maybe a rift in time, it could be causing all kinds of anomalies. But we know that there are solar flares that bombard our planet, radioactive bursts. So if a magnetic field is strong enough and these waves are coming even at night, could they spark these lights in the sky that would be misconstrued as UFO activity? Or more importantly, could the magnetic field be so strong that it's legitimately peeling part of the layer of the veil back, giving us kind of a uninhibited view into other realms? Just because it can disturb our perceptions, does that mean that we should summarily dismiss all of the other possibilities it could be doing?
So to go down that rabbit hole there, when you look at some of these things, people think, oh, magnetic fields. I mean, really, what does that do in a larger scale? Well, if you're in Alaska, right. The North Star, you have the North Star, you have true north, and then you have magnetic north. So you have three norths. Right. Magnetic north in some areas of Alaska has a declination of over 30 degrees. So it's pulling your what you believe to be true north 30 degrees around. And the reason that's doing that is because there's a huge iron ore deposit up in Canada, and that has a huge magnetic field, and it affects it all the way over there right. into Alaska and also the rest of the continent. When we look at creating measurement, medical and scientific measurement tools, they're starting to get cleaner metals now, but from the 1950s to from probably about 2000 or so, did you know that they were mining old ships, old World War I ships to get that metal and use that in their scientific instruments? Because, so after 1950 or 1945 or so, we started exploding atomic bombs, right? And all this stuff starts floating all over the place.
Allegedly.
allegedly. You have cesium and you have cobalt that are very highly weighted materials that end up getting superheated when they were making steel. So it's floating around in the air, and this stuff gets superheated and actually gets into the metal. It gets into steel, it gets into aluminum and other types of metals. And then when you take measurements of that, you can actually pick up you can pick that stuff up in there. So it actually affects, these little tiny particles actually affect measurements in scientific tools and in medical tools. So they were actually going and getting old steel that was good, that would have been in around World War I or so, and using that for medical stuff. So all of this stuff, what Eric is talking about here is it's not speculative. He's talking about real science there. And you can make a electromagnet in your garage with an extension cord and some metal, and then run it over your phone, and you can wipe your phone with that thing. So,
all right, Unabomber, relax.
Yeah.
So crazy.
What he's saying is absolutely true. It's not some sort of
science. Yeah, I'm not thinking.
No, that's what you're. Yeah, that's what.
No, I was just saying, just because there is a scientific element to it, why are we dismissing what those abilities could do to affect nature in a way that may distort or warp not reality, but our ability to see different things?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So when you start using these different elements and isotopes and stuff of these elements, no telling what you can get out of that.
Look how good you are with the flow of a conversation when you're not reading it off of IMDb.
Dave, it just takes me a little while.
Hold on 1 second. I feel that there's something big coming.
It's time now for Upon Further Review.
I would like to review Greg's last dissertation to us about what we were talking about with the magnetic fields and forces and all of the things he knew so well. I would say on a scale of 1 phantom, it sucks, to 5 phantoms, this is amazing. I'm going to give Greg a solid 4.25 phantoms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were believable. You were affable. You weren't talking over our heads. You made it accessible to the common man. So I applaud you, sir.
Thanks, old buddy. You know, I try to contribute to the show.
Sometimes even by accident. All right, Greg, you've got the final story.
Do I? Is that what it is?
Night. Ladies and
story.
gentlemen, please silence your phones, lift your heads, cast your gaze upon the glory that is our purple leader, the paranormal detective himself, Greg Lawson.
Hey, let's talk tiny. No. I couldn't even start the first word.
Words do be hard, brother.
Stupid beer. Tiny footprints, tiny
footprints?
handprints, tiny footsteps.
Yeah.
No, we're talking tiny footprints and tiny handprints. And a very big mystery. Where, Dave? In Argentina.
Oh.
Yeah. Workers at an appliance store in Argentina say they've been dealing with an unusual problem, and they don't think it's coming from the living. Employees of the store in the city in Mendoza have come forward claiming that mysterious handprints and barefoot tracks repeatedly appear inside the business overnight, even after the floors have been thoroughly cleaned before closing. The strange markings are often discovered following morning and in different areas of the store. According to workers, the phenomena has been happening for quite some time. Some employees believe the unexplained prints may be connected to the spirit of a child, though no one has been able to determine where the markings come from or who or what is leaving them behind. The reports have fueled speculation among staff members who say the prints often appear in places where no children have been present and after the building has been secured for the night. The reoccurring nature of the incidents have left many of the workers unsettled. Yeah. As for now, no definitive explanation has been found. Maybe there's a perfectly ordinary answer waiting to be discovered. Or perhaps when the lights go out and the doors are locked, someone much smaller is still wandering the aisles or ISILs.
No, you were right. Aisles.
Aisles.
Okay. Yeah, that's the proper terminology.
ISILs.
Good job, Greg. You got through the last story too, buddy.
Never read that one before.
No, that's a good one. Hey, let people know where they can keep up with you, Greg, what you're doing, and your other podcasts. Let people know that they don't have to just wait to once a month to see you on this show when you make your way in. And I can stop making excuses for why we're not doing the show, Greg.
I'd like to tell everybody about my contract negotiations. It took a while, but I'm glad we got it all taken care of, and we're back on the air. So it's good to be here, Dave.
I meant your other show. Are you still doing your other show?
Yeah.
Would you like me to do a review of it?
The three. Yeah. Could you do a review of the Three Gorillas podcast? That would be great.
Guys and girls, let me tell you, if there's a podcast out there that you've been missing and you need to check out, it's Three Gorillas. It is Greg Lawson along with two other former law enforcement officials as they take an intriguing and introspective look at many different topics, giving a perspective that many of us might have missed in the lay field, and doing it in a way that, again, makes it accessible, gives each other a chance to shine, but still revealing just enough about these different cases and stories and the way that police work works that you feel like you're just sitting in a bar listening to three buddies have a conversation that was never meant to be heard by the public.
Man, that's amazing, Dave. Thanks, Dave. That was Dave Schrader.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you can find me at theparanormaldetective.com and also in Vernal. It's going to be great, man. This year they have I don't think you can get a stronger lineup, man. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling everybody. Greg, always a pleasure, my brother. I love you. Thanks for being here with us again tonight, being part of the program. Again, thank you all for doing this and being a part of the show. To our good friends, the Colonel, and of course, Chachi. We love you guys. We miss you guys. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. From declassified UFO files in my very own state of Minnesota to mysterious footprints appearing in a locked store and a legendary lake monster refusing to just fade into the history, to new theories emerging from Skinwalker Ranch, one thing remains clear. The unexplained isn't going away, my darklings. In fact, it's finding new ways to get our attention. Thank you for spending part of your day with us as we explored the strange, the mysterious, and the stories that continue to challenge what we think we know about each other and the world around us. And may the darkness of this world be just a little brighter with the information we share here each week on our Paranormal 60. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star rating and review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. And thank you all for the love and support you've been showing me over the years and in the past few weeks as I've been struggling a little bit personally and professionally. It does not go unnoticed. Your comments, your messages, your private messages, they mean a lot to me. But do me a favor. Don't just keep those for people in the celebrity light. Make sure that you're reaching out to others, to friends and relatives that may be struggling as well. Show them the same love and affection you would show to me. I'd appreciate that. Have a great night, and God bless you all.
It's Wednesday night, and I'm alone. The Paranormal 60's on. It's just for paranormal freaks like me, with poltergeist and ghosts and blues and UAPs. You miss a word, you do a shot. It starts a snowball and we laugh a lot. It's just like drinking with your TV friends. I'll be passed out before tonight's show ends, dreaming the aliens are taking me away. I won't wake up till sometime late on Saturday. It's Wednesday night and I'm alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Schrader's on. Schrader. Schrader's on. Shotty and the Colonel and the Paranormal Detective, all read Schrader's copy and they all won't be corrected. He's got protected phrases and some crazy magic tricks. Even Scully cannot save him from the voice of Stevie Nicks. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Wednesday night, don't be alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Now one day Dave might even put me on his show. There's a ghost in my mom's basement, man, I live down there, I know. It's Wednesday night, don't be alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Schrader's on. Words is hard.